Hello gamers, and thank you for watching. During this video we will see how the Harry Potter games evolved over more than 20 years. It was difficult to install games from 2001, I had to install a virtual machine, install Windows XP on it and configure some more stuff in order to be able to play some of these games. They didn't work anymore on Windows 10. I hope you'll enjoy the video and appreciate the work put into installing all these games and playing them. One of the first Harry Potter games to come out was LEGO Creator, Harry Potter. The game was only for PC. The game was released in 2001, so over 20 years ago. This was the only game to exist alongside the actual LEGO Harry Potter sets. And a sequel was later made entitled Creator, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. The game was a construction and management simulation video game based on the 2001 Harry Potter film Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. The next game on the list is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. It was an action-adventure video game based on the 2001 film of the same name. Philosopher's Stone was initially released for the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Microsoft Windows, Xbox, and PlayStation in November 2001. A different game with the same name was made 2 years later for the GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Xbox in December 2003. The story follows protagonist Harry Potter, who, after discovering he is a wizard, is sent to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, where he makes friends and receives magical training. And along with his friend stop Lord Voldemort from returning to power. The PlayStation version sold 8 million copies by May 2003. It was the best-selling one from the developer Argonaut Games and one of the best-selling PlayStation video games of all time. In the PC versions, the game is played like a third-person action and puzzle game. The story is linear, it has different levels, and you learn spells progressively. You can stun enemies and push objects around, unlock doors and chests, levitate objects and disable aggressive plants. In 2002 we had a new Harry Potter game called Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. It was released on the 15th of November 2002. You could explore Hogwarts Castle and grounds. Challenges were all based on events from the book. You could play as Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, Gilderoy Lockhart, Fawkes. You had a lot of spells which you could learn, and each new spell was accompanied by a challenge. The game was different for PlayStation, PlayStation 2 and Xbox and GameCube, and the PC and Mac version had a different developer and had completely different levels and gameplay from the console cousins. LEGO Creator, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets was released in 2002. In this game, you can explore different parts of the Harry Potter world, customize them with LEGO models, and play as many different characters. You can also create your own models and characters. Your goal is to collect chocolate frogs. When you collect enough, you can do a challenge. Upon completing a challenge, you unlock more models, worlds, and characters. Harry Potter: Quidditch World Cup is a 2003 sports action video game that features the fictional sport of Quidditch. The game was developed by EA UK and Magic Pockets and was published by Electronic Arts. It was released for Game Boy Advance, Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube. The user plays for the Hogwarts Quidditch Cup, competing between Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw, and then takes on the Quidditch World Cup, competing between the United States, England, France, Germany, Scandinavia, Japan, Spain, Australia, and Bulgaria.
We did it! Ravenclaw lead by 10! Pusey! Just shot! He puts it away! Slytherin are ahead by 10!
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban is based on the 2004 film of the same name from the Harry Potter franchise. The game was released as a trio, with separate versions for Game Boy Advance, Microsoft Windows, and home consoles, released on PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube. In the game Harry Potter, Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger return to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Sirius Black has escaped the wizard prison Azkaban, and is supposedly ready to attack Harry. Using Hermione's time turner, Harry and Hermione go back in time and rescue the Hippogriff Buckbeak and use him to rescue Sirius Black from the terrible fate of a Dementor's kiss. The game has slightly better graphics than the previous games, and I noticed that it starts being annoying if you cast the same spell more times in a row. You simply hear the same exact word over and over again.
Rick the step, Rick the step, Rick the step, Rob! Rick the step, 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 Rick the step.
Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire was released in 2005. It is based on the 2005 film of the same name. It was released for Game Boy Advance, GameCube, Microsoft Windows, Nintendo DS, PlayStation 2, Xbox, and PlayStation Portable. It has a unique feel and gameplay, with elements not present in any other game of the franchise, including a camera of a 3D environment that is not player-controlled and a system in which previous levels can be played again at will. It was also the first Harry Potter game to feature a multiplayer mode. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix was released in 2007. It is based on the 2007 film of the same name. It was released for mobile devices, Nintendo DS, PlayStation Portable, Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Wii, Xbox 360, Game Boy Advance, and Mac OS X. The key theme of the game is to explore Hogwarts like never before, as well as undertake the missions from the book and film. Harry Potter returns to Hogwarts and discovers that much of the wizard community is in denial about his encounter with the evil Lord Voldemort. Dolores Umbridge, an official from the Ministry of Magic, teaches courses in defensive magic, but this leaves the young wizards unprepared to defend themselves against the dark forces that threaten them. Harry teaches other students, in secret, how to defend themselves. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince is the next game that got released in 2009 on the 30th of June, for mobile devices, Nintendo DS, PlayStation Portable, Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Wii, Xbox 360, and Mac OS X. The game also includes multiplayer games, classes, different times of day, Quidditch, wizard duels, and potion making. Dumbledore prepares Harry for the final battle that he knows is fast approaching as Voldemort is tightening his grip on both the Muggle and Wizarding worlds. Together they work to find the key to unlock Voldemort's defenses, and, to this end, Dumbledore recruits his old friend and colleague, the well-connected and unsuspecting bon vivant Professor Horace Slughorn, whom he believes holds crucial information about Voldemort's power. LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 to 4 is a LEGO-themed action-adventure video game developed by Traveller's Tales and published by Warner Bros. The game is available on all platforms. The OS X version of the game was released on the 22nd of February 2011 and was also released for the Xbox One and Nintendo Switch on the 30th of October 2018. LEGO Harry Potter's gameplay is similar to that of most previous LEGO video games, with an emphasis on collecting, exploring, and solving puzzles. The player can use the spell wheel to select the spell. Potion making is another integral feature. Potions can help the player complete levels or, if created incorrectly, have adverse side effects such as turning the player into a frog. A special collector's edition version of the game was released containing a behind-the-scenes look at the game, a free set of avatar clothes if the game is for Xbox 360. The main playable characters are Harry, Ron, and Hermione. The game features a total of 167 characters who can be unlocked by finding the special tokens hidden around Hogwarts and from level missions, and then buying them at Madame Malkin's shop. Time for a short break. If you like what you're seeing or think you learned something new from this video, please take a few seconds to like the video and to subscribe to the channel because it truly helps me a lot. In the same year in 2010, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 1 was released. The game was released on mobile devices, Nintendo DS, Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3, Wii, and Xbox 360. The game follows protagonists Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, and Hermione Granger who set out to destroy the 7 Horcruxes, which will help them to defeat Lord Voldemort. The gameplay is different from the previous games after developers decided it required a new direction to suit its growing audience. You have a third-person over-the-shoulder camera, and is played in the style of a third-person shooter. The player is able to change the spells by selecting the spell wheel. There is also a cover system where the player hides behind an obstacle until it has been destroyed, to avoid receiving damage from their opponent. There will be also stealth mission in the game, and sometimes the dark theme of the game will resemble horror games. In a specific mission you investigate a house which seems haunted.
Hey, Hermione.
We should be quiet. We don't know what else is here. Let's check the rest of the house.
Do you think someone's here?
The protective spells the Order cast should keep people out. But let's check to be sure. We don't want any nasty surprises.
The following year in 2011 with the release of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 2 on July 12 in North America, and July 15 in Europe. It was available on Microsoft Windows, Nintendo DS, Wii, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and mobile platforms. The game continues to follow Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, and Hermione Granger on their quest to defeat Lord Voldemort by destroying his remaining Horcruxes, items which contain part of his soul. The game progresses linearly, through cutscenes but does not include side missions like the previous game. The game offers fights against bosses like Severus Snape, a dragon, 2 giants and Death Eaters, Draco Malfoy, Gregory Goyle, Fenrir Greyback and Snatchers and Lord Voldemort. You have in total 8 spells. A new feature is the ability to apparate, which allows the player to teleport in and out of battles, as a form of defense. Only Harry has this ability though. You will be able to control several characters from a third-person over-the-shoulder camera. Part 2 of the video game was released to coincide with the release of the second part of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. The positive parts of the game are the graphics, the menu, and music are really good also. The first 50 minutes felt somewhat repetitive, since you shoot a huge number of Death Eaters and it feels like that's the only thing you need to do.
I'm worried about Hogwarts.
And it must be horrible with Snape as headmaster.
Protego! Look, over there. Just before we got halfway down the street, mate.
Harry, can you clear the way?
The Dark Lord wants Potter alive. You are interfering in the Dark Lord's business. Don't let them run! The Dark Lord has had you one time. Drop your wand, boy!
Look back up the street, there are more of them. We got him! Let's go! Get back! Derek! Come on! We'll have some fun with you!
Looks like you've run out of hiding places.
In 2011 we had another release, this time the LEGO Harry Potter, Years 5 to 7. The video game was developed by Traveller's Tales and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. The game is based on the final 3 books and 4 films in the Harry Potter film series. It was released on Xbox 360, PS3, PSP, Nintendo DS, Wii, PS Vita, and 3DS, and can be found on the PlayStation 4 as a remastered collection including updated graphics and resolution. Players will encounter new faces, new challenges, and new magic, preparing them for the ultimate face-off against Lord Voldemort himself. In the game you play through 24 story events. You will discover and unlock 200 characters in the game. You can play with friends and family using easy drop-in, drop-out co-op play that features dynamic split screen. In the game you will be able to collect 20 red bricks, golden bricks, Hogwarts crests. You have 60 students in peril that can be saved, and there are 200 character tokens to be collected. Time for a short break. If you like what you're seeing or think you learned something new from this video, please take a few seconds to like the video and to subscribe to the channel because it truly helps me a lot. After these games there are no more games for PC. We had a release of Harry Potter for Kinect on Xbox 360, and also Book of Spells and Book of Potions for the PlayStation 3. One of the most anticipated games this year will be Hogwarts Legacy. It will be an open-world RPG action role-playing game. The action takes place in the 1800s in the Wizarding world. It is developed by Avalanche Software and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. The game will be released on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, S, Nintendo Switch, and PC in the last quarter of 2022. Here you will be able to customize your character and attend Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a fifth-year student. Community Manager Chandler would reveal that the game will not have any microtransactions. You will encounter new characters and professors. The player character will also be introduced to new NPCs such as teachers Professor Eleazar Fig acting as a mentor figure, as well as Ranrock, the leaders of the Goblin Rebellion, and Victor Rookwood, the leader of the Dark Wizards. As you progress, you will be able to develop your own special combat style. There will be a lot of magical creatures in the game. Dragons, trolls, hippogriffs and nifflers have been shown in gameplay as interactable creatures. Some creatures can be used in combat, such as use of the Mandrake to stun enemies. There will be a morality system that has a huge role in the ability to learn certain spells. You will establish friendships with interactable NPC characters, and they can become companions who can accompany players on their journey, expand their abilities and offer unique dialogue options as players learn their stories. In the game trailer we also see a date, September 1st, 1890, which may be the release date, but this is only speculation. That date could also simply be an event within the game. The game shows amazing environments and huge areas to explore around the castle. From the trailer we understand that fighting and spells will play a huge role in the game. You will be able to loot, buy or craft your own magical gear. The play style has also a stealth part which looks really good. You can camouflage yourself and become invisible. One interesting feature added is the Room of Requirement. It sends what you need and provides it for you. You can harvest plants here, brew potions and upgrade your gear. In Hogsmeade there are a lot of shops from which you can get extra needed materials and new gear. The game has dynamic seasons and dynamic daytime, which make the environment feel different. Thank you for watching the entire video. Hope you found it useful and interesting. If you did, please like the video and subscribe for more interesting videos, and also to see more about the game as soon as it launches.